Welcome, everybody. Drinking a little drink. I got grape drink. 12 pounds, you say? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna start stream a little bit earlier. And then I went out and ate food. Came back, and I ate so much. And I got so sleepy. And I was like, I'm not gonna start stream while I'm like this. I was just sitting there like, oh. So I just hung out with my cat for a little bit until the itis was gone, you know. I get the itis really hard. I get strong itis, so I was like, oh my god, I gotta like let this subside. And I did. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, God, I want to snack again. I don't get the meat sweats. I genuinely thought that was like a myth for the longest time. I never get that. What's that from? Is it from digestion? From energy used during digestion of meat that makes you overheated? Like what is that from? Let me see. Googling. I just don't get that. Um Yes, physiological response related to the body's metabolic processes, excessive sweating that some individuals experience after consuming a protein-rich meal. Huh. How many people get this, I wonder? It's just saying it's not scientifically proven, but the idea is that the body's increased energy expenditure from digesting a protein-rich meal can cause a slight rise in body temperature, leading to sweating as a cooling mechanism. Doesn't even seem like it's studied. I don't know. I'm also not someone that sweats very much. Like I have to do a lot to sweat. So I'm not gonna sweat from like eating some food. You know, I don't really get that in general. But no, it seems like it's like not even scientifically proven. Interesting. Anything else has to do with eating a lot of salt? I don't know. I am seeing the factoid you guys are saying of it's a term coined from Friends. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. You have hyperhidrosis? Oh, yeah, I've got a few friends with the issue. It's rough to deal with. I think my hormones swing the other way, and I don't sweat enough. It's actually quite hard to get myself to break a sweat. I'll go to a gym and be jogging on a treadmill, and I don't I like feel warm, but I don't really start sweating easily. It's rough. It's tough for me. Oh yeah, you can get dehydrated easily. I can imagine. You're drenched mowing the lawn. Yeah. I just start to feel really sick, dude. And I will eventually sweat when I need to, but it's no problem. Your body can't cool itself or something. I think it's because I don't have a lot of body fat, so um, the simple like airflow over my body is enough to cool it without it needing to sweat. Typically, I think. I don't know. Okay, before I get on screen, I need to grab one thing. So give me one minute, 60 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Hi, back. Oh, thanks. Seeing 2 pounds of meat made you calculate what percent of your body weight would be. Oh, if you consumed it. Ooh, yeah. Personally, I think a half pound is fine for a meal. I think 1 pound is pushing it. You should be eating other stuff. There's some days, man. There are some days where I'm just like, I need this. Anyway, welcome on in. We out here. I was looking. I think I do get money from yesterday. I think I get like $700 or something. I don't know. I didn't like get to check yet. They wanted me to fill out a survey of how the event was. I was going to do that. They sent me a Google form today. Said, on a scale of 0 to 10, how likely would you recommend participating in Twitch Rivals events to other streamers? Oh, this is so hit or miss. This is so hit or miss. Because that event was run so well. And I've had experiences like that. And then there are other events that are like... Honestly, the way they're run is usually fine. Like the operations of it are usually fine. But it's the... There are always some details, like the prize pool gets fucked up. Or usually not prize pool as much. It's the pool of people that are participating. Where they like, you know, casual Apex tournament. And then half of it's like pro players, you know. I'm going to give it a 7. Why'd you choose that number? Operationally, most events are well run. The issue is that in the past, many events have been touted as casual to me, but then we have pro, semi-pro, or high-level players in the participant list, which makes the event feel like a waste. So long as this is avoided, the events have been great. That's how I feel on that. How satisfied were you with this Geoguesser event? Very satisfied. I just choose that answer. Literally no complaints about it. Done. Any other feedback you'd like to share? Say whichever team members handled this one in particular did great. Boom. Okay. Form in. There we go. There we go. The reaction when that guy had Geoguesser elo. Yeah, I think that dude had elo because he had played a bit, but he wasn't like a professional, you know? Remember Connor saying similar, the events are fun, but everything around it's hectic? It depends. It depends. Usually, like, the concepts are good. Usually a creator is... Like this one was Joe Bart's tournament. Like, Joe Bart said, hello, Rivals team, I want to do a Geoguesser tournament. And they said, okay, and they started getting it together, right? Like, usually it's that. And then, they tend to put on that person a lot of the work of getting participants. With this one, I was reached out to by my Twitch partnerships, or partner manager. So she messages me, and she's just like, hey, there's a Rivals thing coming up. They're looking for people. Do you want to do it? I look and I see it's Joe Bart, and I go, okay, I know him. And I go in. Oh, Geoguesser? Okay, I'll do it. I go in. You know, I know no real info. But that makes me think that Twitch itself had a hand in reaching out to people, which probably helped that a little bit. Because sometimes I don't know who to blame for, like, the participant pools being what they are, you know? Is it the Rivals team, or is it the organizer, quote-unquote, the creator? Because sometimes it is the creator, sometimes it's the Rivals team. I don't know. So wasn't that an issue, Marvel Rivals? Yeah, I've had several events for Rivals that I've joined where people in it were just really, really, really good at the game, and they reached out to me directly and were like, do you want to join? It's casual. You should be fine. And I'd be like, okay. And then I get there, and there's just no chance to have any fun when you're just getting stomped. And I'm like, why did I join this? You know? So as long as they avoid that, I feel like they've done really well. So, I don't know. I had a good time, though. This one was good. I did well, but as a person with very little experience, and I think that was, you know, what a lot of people kind of commonly had here. Yeah, casually getting dunked on. Yeah, it's like super not fun when you get invited to a thing that you think is not that serious, so you don't practice much, and then you show up and everyone's like so good to the point where even if you practice, you just get stomped, you know? It's kind of like, those people should just be in their own tournament. You just have amateur and pro league events. Right, but also there are varying degrees of amateur. There's like, I've barely played this amateur, and then there's, I've played this quite a lot, but I'm not pro. Amateur, right? I have elo in this thing, but I'm not pro. And that seems to be the problem. A lot of the time, they also let people, they let people recruit their own teammates. And I think this is actually the biggest problem. A lot of people blame the Rivals team for this. I think they should vet it, but a lot of the blame is they'll pick a game like Apex, and they'll reach out directly to the captains, the team captains. And they'll be like, you know, we have 60 people. We have 20 teams, so we're going to pick 20 creators, and then we're going to allow them to bring 2 teammates each. And they give them parameters, and they're like, your average elo has to be this or that. So what they'll do is they'll pick one player that's really bad, and then one player that's like master's level former pro kind of thing. And that's what everyone will do. They'll ask their one really good friend and then find someone with like no elo who hasn't played the game much. And so a ton of the teams end up having these former pros and everything, because every streamer knows pro players in games as well, you know? So the people making their own teams are the ones causing this issue in a lot of these events. I do think the Rivals team should look over that and say, no, you can't do this, or like everyone's got to be gold or below, or something like that. But that's That's the big issue I find in a lot of these. It's like this with your girlfriend and other friends. You just want to go in and have fun, but she can't because of how matchmaking works. Yeah, exactly. Real prize money prevents it from ever being casual. I don't think it has to. At all. I think it's just on the organization. It's just on them not vetting. They say, yeah, pick who you want, keep the numbers within this, and then they don't really deeply look at those folks. Or maybe they don't understand the game. They don't understand that having a bunch of teams where there's one Masters player and one Bronze just makes it that there's a bunch of Masters players fighting each other and Bronze getting, like, thrown to the meat grinder. They think, like, oh, this is even because it averages. It doesn't average like that, you know? Like, they just fight against each other and have all the little guys just sit there and watch, you know? So I think they just fundamentally don't get that. And that's the problem. That's why they should have a shit league and a pro league. Shit amateur, good amateur, and then pro. Something like that. You know? Rebels does that to avoid having to do the work directly and always causes drama. Yeah, but I want to make it clear. They don't avoid doing that work because they simply don't want to. It's because there's only a couple of them on the team, and those couple of people do all of the events, and they have other responsibilities too. So they don't have the time to do all of this. They have to rely on those creators. So, you know. Yeah, let me grab Rainbow to my grandmother. That's what people do, though. That's actually what people do. They open Apex. And then they're like, okay, all right, I'm gonna pick this guy from TSM and my friend who hasn't played the game. And I'm like, yeah, that dude from TSM is like 4 people. You know? Like, against an average gold team, average plat team. It's crazy, but that's what they do. And I'm like, brother, they play pro, let them stay in there. I don't know. Skills exponential value, not linear. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. They did Rivals for Chivalry 2. They picked creators who played the game like once or twice and then picked your friend who at the time was on one of the best European clans. That's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. Like it's so uneven with a lot of them. There was one event that was like that for me. I'm trying to remember what it was. What game did we play? I don't know. We've had some where they were just shit. He won it? Who would have thought? Who would have thought, man? That's what I'm saying, though. It just gets so... Have you been able to progress on blueprints off stream? A little bit, yeah. I need to put more time into it so we can circle back. Just a little. Not a ton. I was thinking about maybe like one of these days just raiding into my alt channel and then just going like quiet. Not non-verbal, but going quiet and just grinding out some of that extra blueprints shit. That way if I do happen upon something, it's caught on stream, you know, in some way. So at least like the VOD channel can have it. That's what I was thinking. So maybe one day, if I'm feeling like doing a little bit of a shorter one on main, I could do that. That was my thought. Maybe we'll do that. It'd be nice, yeah, it'd be nice. Non-verbal alt just for recording would be rad. Yeah, I think it's safer to do that with blueprints. I didn't want to do too much off stream because I feel like shit just happens in that game, right? You just happen upon a thing and then you're like, oh my god, I didn't even know this would be something, you know? And I feel like that would be a shame to not capture when I have the rest of the playthrough captured. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that on the alt or something. Other challenge modes are fun as well. Been going for achievements. Yeah, I want to try dare mode at some point. I want to try... I still have to try opening the cursed box. Tiny Glade style. Oh, I loved that stream. I loved that one. It was so good. I was super sick that day. I was sick for like a week. And as I started feeling slightly better, I still couldn't really speak. So I just had my mic off entirely and played Tiny Glade on Alt and just typed in the chat. And then I think at some point I might have unmuted and been like, but I'm pretty. Did I on that one, or was that the next stream? Might have been the next one. Might have been the next one. So I think I could do that more on Alt. Went crazy with that mansion house on the hill. It came out really good. Do I have any pictures of it? I kind of want to play Tiny Glade again. It just, that game doesn't have enough in it. It feels a bit short-lived, but it was really nicely done. I don't have any screenshots from Tiny Glade. If I search in my screenshots and I type Tiny, I have, it's just Tiny Rogues and Tinykin. It's all Tinykin. That game was so good. Timberborn is enticing you hard. I said that one keeps getting recommended to me. I want to try Drop Duchy. NL's been playing it. It was recommended to me a while back, and I hadn't tried it because I wasn't sure, but it's been on my list. And then I saw that he tried it, and I was like, let's see if he tries it again. And then he has played it more than once on stream, so I'm like, okay. Maybe that one we can do. So maybe Drop Duchy. I want to keep playing Haste. Haste has been really fun. I do feel like we've gotten to the point where I'm just like repeating levels because we're getting to same level but harder difficulty. And that's been really fun. I like that. But I don't know how much content Haste will have in it beyond just me trying to go faster. Right. So I did want to play a little more of that, but you know, we're getting there. But yeah, Drop Duchy looks good. I needed like more roguelikes. I always need to have one on the side. And I wanted Blueprints to be that, but then it turned into something very different. There's a lot of story progression that I want to keep on stream. It's not a play this head empty off stream kind of game. So, yeah. Yeah. Deck of Haunts. That one was recommended to me too. Let me look at it again. Deck of Haunts. I think I didn't go for it because I hated some of the art style. I think that was all. I think something about looking at it, I'm just like, I don't know, my brain didn't like it. But as I look at it more, I don't think it's that bad. This one's not this bad, but there are some games that I just can't look at. I just can't look at. And actually one of them is Stardew Valley. I don't know why. I just can't look at that game. I hate the way it looks so much. And I love the type of style that it is typically. I just hate the way that game fucking looks. Is your wife with Stardew too? Something about it, to me, I don't know why, is deeply unsettling. I cannot tell you why. I cannot tell you. But I find the game visually deeply unsettling. And I don't get it. No, texture mods don't help me. The thing is, I don't like this game enough to want the graphics mods either. I don't dislike it. I'm not like, oh my god, I have to play it. I have to mod it. You know, it's like, eh. I find the day cycles extremely annoying. Yes, I agree. I agree. Play Stardew for so damn long you can't play it anymore. Yeah. And I tend to like a lot of these farming type games and things. I tend to like this sort of thing a lot. So I don't know. Is it the same with Terraria? Nah. Not really. It's not that bad. Let me look at it. Terraria. No. Doesn't do that to me at all. I don't know, man. I just Stardew, I hate it. I hate looking at it. It's something about the I think it's the characters more than anything. I don't know. I'm looking at pictures of it, trying to identify. I've never been able to identify what it is, because it's not just the characters. I don't know. I don't know. Can't tell. Cannot tell. As a 16-bit lover, I don't understand Terraria hate, but that's me. Yeah, I don't get it either. I thought Terraria was fine, man. Thought it was alright. It was all good. You hate Pierre. Oh, the characters suck. Yeah. The characters suck in that game. But that's, you know, not the only reason to dislike it. You're immune to the subliminal messages in the game. They're not even subliminal. They're like farm life good, industry bad, big, anything having to do with the corporation bad. That's, there you go. There you go. Maybe the color palette. Color palette definitely has to do with it, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Another one in that vein, Sunhaven. Have I seen Sunhaven? It sounds familiar. Let me look. Sunhaven. Yeah, I just like this one too. Yeah, I don't like the way it looks. Yep. I've seen it before. Yeah, that one does it to me. You hate WoW's graphics, you guess, and suppose it's not a common take? They were incredible for the time, but yeah, I would change them. I would change them, man. You can definitely play Stardew as a dirty capitalist working for Joja. That's the problem. It's like, you're either like a super cool farmer who gets it, or you're like a dirty capitalist. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Just false isometric perspective. I play a lot of other games like that I like, though. It's not the only thing. It's everything together. It's everything together. I don't know, man. I think the game is okay. I think the game is just okay. And then paired with the fact that I don't like looking at it makes me kind of like, eh. Eh. Let me see, was there anything else on my recommended that I wanted to try out, like, soon? They've got the Creature Collector Fest going on right now. Which, I think a lot of these games are just not that good within this genre. Obviously, you have Slime Rancher, which kind of fucks, but a lot of them are very bare bones. They do have Bug Snacks, though, which... Bug Snacks, what a good one. What a banger. Yeah, as I'm looking, a lot of these games just look kind of like there's fucking nothing to do in them. Collect a couple creatures that, ooh, so cute, and that's it. I don't know. I don't know. Cassette Beasts. Yeah, I'd seen that one. Actually, that one was one that I think when the dev was still working on it, it was sent to me to play. So I actually did do like a test version of it before anyone else. That one wasn't bad. Monster Sanctuary, yeah. Hey, I've got the OG Monster Rancher. Did you know they put that on Steam? You get Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX. Which is from, I don't know how long ago. These games are super fucking old. I had played them a long time ago. I kind of forgot what they were like. And for some reason, many months ago, for some reason, Moon was like, have you ever played, we were in VC, he's like, have you ever played Monster Rancher? And I was like, yeah, a long time ago. He's like, did you like them? I was like, yeah, they're pretty good. He's like, check it out. And he just got me the bundle, and I was like, thanks. And he's like, you have to play it now in VC right now. And I was like, what? Why? And he was like, you have to play them for us to watch. Because I was in the VC with like all the friends. So I was like, okay. And I started playing Monster Rancher 1, man. And I was like, why are we doing this? And then I was playing, I was like, you know what? I did really like these games. They're pretty good. They're pretty good, man. Isn't Hoyo coming out with a creature collector? Probably. Anything they can gacha and get money on. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't play their games much. I kind of don't. But I did like certain things. I played Genshin a bit when it first started. And I liked it a little, but I got tired of it pretty quickly. And then Honkai came out, and I really liked the combat, so I played through a bit of that, but I just fell off. At some point, I just went, I don't want to play with you anymore, you know? I looked at Triple Z, didn't play it. It looked pretty good, but I just didn't have any desire at that point. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. They're just, Triple Z's combat is incredible, but the material grind is boring. Yeah, and that's the problem, is like, even if some of the games that they make are really good, playability wise, the problem is overall playability, right? Mechanically they're good, but then overall playability, it's just too much. You just have to spend so much time every day doing every event, doing your dailies, blah blah blah, and it becomes one of those things that I get tired of, and it burns me out really fast, so I don't end up staying with them. And I'm not a person to spend money on these games. I don't like doing that. And that's the only way to like feel like you're catching up and not getting, you know, super burnt by them. So I just, it's not something I like doing. Yeah, it becomes a chore. Exactly. It becomes unfun for me. So, I don't know. Yeah, it gets overwhelming. It gets very overwhelming. But I do think they're doing better and better with gacha games as far as the gameplay over time. So I have faith. I have faith that new ones are still worth trying at least. So I don't write them off and go, oh, you know, hate gacha, not gonna try any of these. I don't do that. I usually don't like them, and I'll freely say that I usually don't like them. That's true, but they're getting better and better. So be a massive time sink for a streamer. Yeah, I don't have the time. I don't have the time at all. So, not for me. Not for me. I have games that I already play. If I was trying to add a gacha to it, it just wouldn't happen. I'd have to give up every hobby of mine forever. You know? Nikkei broke you out of your gacha streak. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that really like Nikkei. That's why I was kind of excited when we did the Nikkei event. Because the story of it, at least, I had played a little bit, and the story was really, like, well done. So, I thought it was cool. Yeah, Hoyo's been great for the gacha market. There's a higher standard than there used to be. Yeah, that's the thing, is they have to be, like, real games now, not just collection, and that's it. So, that's at least a good thing.
Do your I don't play gacha, I stick to trading card games faction redeems chat.
Nikkei rules, you're free to play and almost have every character in the game after a year of play. Yeah, that's the thing, is you should be able to get there eventually. I don't know, I think the only gacha game I actually played a lot of was Love Live School Idol Festival on the phone, because it was a rhythm game, and I like rhythm games, and being able to pull out my phone and play a rhythm game was nice, so I just played the fuck out of that. That's all. I didn't really play it for the gacha, but that was part of it, so that was cool, I guess. But that was all. But that was really because I was there for a rhythm game, and that's what I got. You know? So for Nikkei, it's easy to put down and pick up when you want to. They don't penalize you. That's the problem. A lot of those games, you have to be on daily or something gets fucked up, and that sucks. That sucks a lot. Sorry, that's my beep boop. Keeps making that noise, but nothing's changing. Okay, there we go. Currently on the Amnesia event right now. Yeah, a lot of folks have said they really like Nikke for that reason. You can pick it up whenever. The gameplay's fine. They like the story. So, you know, it's worth it, I think. A lot of the others, it's hard to keep up with them. I felt like that was the issue with Genshin. I was playing Genshin quite a bit. A lot of my friends were playing Genshin, so keeping up with them and pacing with them was important, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't put that amount of time in it. I didn't like it that much, you know? Play Nikke if it wasn't so goon-coded. Yeah, it's a lot. I think that's the problem with a lot of gacha, too, is I think they should have more balance, but, you know, that's what makes money, so I don't blame them. You know, you have a character whose outfit is literally them in a wet towel, and everyone starts being like, oh my god, that's so crazy. Their audience is like posting a fuck ton on Twitter about it, and all the artists are drawing it, and you get all this media hype, and then everyone's rolling for the character. Like, that's how you make money, so it's fine. That's fine. Same thing. Honestly, same thing for VTubers, right? Like, if you just get an outfit that's just made for gooners, even if you don't make any of that type of content at all, you just get the outfit and stand there and stream normal ass shit, there will be people who just start drawing a fuck ton of art and everything and like and marketing you for free. It just happens. So I don't blame anyone, you know? Like, why would you not? You'd be stupid not to, kind of thing, right? Garrick. Yeah. It's that case with literally everything. With games, look at Nier. We were talking about Nier the other day, and someone was like, you know, nothing would have made me say, oh yeah, I really like this game about nihilism, because I wouldn't have played it. But I saw 2B, and then I played it, and I was like, wow, I really like this game about nihilism. And it's just because of all the selling of the game because of 2B. And then the rest of the game is really good, you know? It just works really well, man. It's a shame how easy that works. There must always be a little switch in people's head that says I'm not doing that is costing me. Yeah. I mean, look at me. I'm clothed. I'm incredibly clothed. Even my OG outfit, which, you know, I'm working on bringing back, even the OG outfit, even that, I had like certain lines on it where I was like, we need to move this lower to show less. We need to move this here, move that there to show less. And this needs to not move this way. This needs to go like that, etc. And specifically doing less. Ugh! Knowing full well that was going to make me less money. 3! Game is just 3. 3! They give the 50 gifted subs. Jesus Christ, dude. Jesus. I appreciate that. Hey, we hit the sub goal for the day. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Very much. Thank you. I'll put it toward my new PC fund because working on that. Working on that shit. Yo, side note, I asked in my Discord if anyone had purchased a 5090 and had regrets. Just looking for like general review, you know, from my own community, and people talked too much. Talk less sometimes. And I'm saying this because it was in like the me channel. Holy shit. I just asked if you had regrets. You could have said yes or no, here's why. And dude, some of you tech nerds or yappers, I don't care. I'm aware of that. I asked a question. The thing is, it's not like they were answering my question with a long review. They were just talking to each other about shit mildly related. If I see it again, I'm just gonna like boot people easy. Easy. What up, Sai? I'm sorry, I'm scrolling up. Scrolling it up. Your model's one of my favorites. Thank you. I mean, we're gonna bring back the OG outfit. This one was not supposed to be here so long, but projects be what they be. And it is what it is. So it's taken a bit. But it's getting there. This is not supposed to be the main outfit. This is supposed to be like one of the ones we swapped to a bunch, you know? Fellow said, I think Nier is a little tasteful with its approach to sexy characters. I agree. I think it's actually really tasteful with most of it. The way people draw some fan art is less so, but the actual game itself, the way like any of the official stuff is done, is, I feel. Fully. One of you said Lime's complained about hers? Oh, her 5090. I was thinking of asking her, because usually if I'm going to ask anyone about this kind of stuff, I just go to the same list of the same 5 people, and yeah. Because I had heard a lot of stuff about 5090s so far that seemed very on both ends of the spectrum. People saying there are a lot of issues with overheating, connections and things not being so great. And I'm more of a fan of going for the stable option than the newest option. So what's the harm in just putting a 4090 in there? And then later considering it, you know? I don't know. So I think I'll just probably do that. Because I feel like it's just too much to deal with, it looks like, right now. And I have a job where I need it to work, right? like I need it to function. It's not if it doesn't function, I'll just RMA it, wait for the new one, spend a week waiting. Like, obviously I'll have my old computer in the meantime, but you know, it's one of those things. So happy with your 3080. Hopefully it'll last a decade. I have a 3080, and if I'm not streaming, it does everything I need to do just fine. If I'm not streaming, I actually turn graphics up in a lot of games. You see me turn them down on stream. I turn them back up when I'm not streaming and I don't have the model running, and it handles things really well. I actually think I've been getting some model lag for certain games. So for Monster Hunter Wilds and now for Doom, especially those two. When I play them, the game looks fine on screen. Both are capped to 60 FPS. Both I've turned things down a little just to make sure that, I'm not running it too hard. And then my model just starts to get choppy. It just starts to get a little funky. And I think as I'm looking at performance and everything, as I'm checking things while I'm streaming, oh yeah, Kingdom Come as well, I think it's not actually the GPU. I think it's the CPU. Because models it's not just GPU load, it's a bit of both. Oh yeah, haste as well. I think it's actually a CPU issue from what I'm seeing. So I'm like, okay. I think, I don't know, a lot of people think that VTube Studio is like a big GPU thing. I think that's more so if you're doing 3D, you get a lot of GPU load. But for 2D, not really. So as I'm looking at everything, I'm like, yeah, I think I just need to rebuild a bit, but mostly go for like the better CPU and not worry about the GPU as much. You think I'm running into RAM and cache issues with video rendering? There's nothing that indicates that that's an issue. Absolutely nothing that indicates that to me. Not saying you're wrong. But looking at what's happening to my CPU while VTube Studio is running, and trust me, I've tried everything. It doesn't.
Have you considered
work.
getting a workstation / Pro card instead of a GeForce?
I don't want to. I don't want to at all, because a lot of streaming doesn't work well with those. Like OBS in particular has a lot of issues. So GeForce is like the way. It's just the way. But also I'm playing games, I'm running a VTuber model, and I am running OBS. Those 3 things don't love playing with that. So unfortunately for my specific needs, it doesn't work very well. Upgrading the CPU sometimes involves needing a new motherboard. Yeah, I was looking at some of the new ones, and I'm checking to see if they would even fit with what I've got. I mean, what's the harm in using an old-ass motherboard? It's not that old. It's one that I'm really happy with, actually. Had no issues with it.
The obvious answer is a dual PC setup. So that way you can be constantly like Why isn't it capturing and all working?
I've been thinking about dual PC because I keep feeling like I have to do it, but I want to just upgrade my single PC first and deal with that. And just make that one a beast. Because when it comes to streaming on dual PC, it is actually so annoying. It is so fucking annoying. It's horrible. And it can be done. It can be done, and I'm confident in myself that it can be done. But it makes it so that a lot of your day-to-day, you're pressing like 3 extra buttons to do every little thing. And it just, I think it actually is not worth it. The audio issues that terrify you. Yeah, I don't envy people that have to deal with that daily. I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking at what you guys are saying. So it might be dumping all that on your CPU, and I had to go and force to run on the GPU again. Trust me, I've done all of this already. I've adjusted anything that you can adjust in software. I have gone and adjusted and tested 1,000 times. I promise. And the way things are running right now is the best I can get.
What you obviously need is a 4PC stream.
Ugh, I know. I did think for a while about getting just slapping a second GPU in here and then having that be like what VTube Studio's running on. But the more I looked at that, the more I felt like that was just not the answer, because it really seems to be more of a CPU issue than anything. So I was like, nah, let me not do that. Use a PC for streaming and another PC or laptop for personal use. I have like 1 billion devices. I have 1 billion. But for the most part, I just stay on this one. Out of convenience. I have a lot of old ones. I have like a really, really good laptop that I used to use for work stuff all the time. Works great, plays every game super well. And I find that since I'm not on the go, I don't use it. So I don't see the reason in buying more to have more. Why not just use this one? You know?
Also, thank you for voicing my question last haste stream, and to the chatter that suggested NIM language. I'm really enjoying learning it.
iPad baby arrows. Yeah, girl, do you have dual GPUs? I think that might be good for streaming, like OBS, you know, is kind of prioritizing one, and then the game itself is prioritizing the other. But I don't think that's gonna fix my issues. I don't think that helps VTube Studio very much, because again, CPU. So, oh well. Said you just learned about Steam getting a data breach. Nothing big, supposedly. Can't change your email password to the massive influx, I guess. I mean, it should always be something that's not that personal, in my opinion. It shouldn't have been something that would expose you in any way to begin with. But also, you should just change out your passwords every now and then, like regularly. Spring cleaning, that sort of thing. Get in the habit of doing that. And just have a list of things, go down the list and change all of it. Two-factor is cool. It doesn't save you from everything, but when you do two-factor, please don't use SMS if you can avoid it. If there are any things that let you do, you know, you're like a Google Authenticator or like any sort of authenticator, use that instead. Because SMS two-factor is the easiest thing. If someone actually wanted to figure out your information, they could intercept that so easily. So easily. Real men use YubiKey. There are a lot of things that work well. There are a lot. You have password manager now? Yeah, and they will let you like do a pretty regular refresh. It's nice, man. But just don't use SMS two-factor and feel safe about that, okay? Don't. Oh, the Steam data breach was proven false? It doesn't matter. I mean, every company has data breaches all the time. you feel like you hear about them occasionally, but genuinely, this happens very often. I know even Google especially has data breaches constantly, and yet everyone's still using Gmail for everything. So just, I gotta say, if someone wants your info, they're going to be able to get it. You're probably not in personal danger because you're likely not someone that they actually want to go after. Just cycle stuff, be safe, and hope for the best. They probably don't want you, though. They probably don't. Also, I just got an update. I'm going to be able to do a con walk around on Saturday. Ooh. Anime Central is happening in Chicago. And I checked in, and Oscar will be there, so I'll be able to do that Saturday. So I'll probably stream Saturday instead of Sunday, is what I'm thinking, since that's happening. So I think I'll swap my weekend days. I usually do Sunday. I think we'll swap it, so we'll do a Saturday stream so I can do this on stream. And do it like that. Com walks are fun. They are. And a lot of the time I don't stream them myself. There's usually like a ton of people in call and they're all already streaming it, so I'm just like, I don't like, my POV wouldn't be different because we're all watching the same POV, so I tend to not stream them, but this one is just like, it's mine. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I will stream this one then. I'll probably still invite people though. Fuck what day? Saturday. Gonna do this Saturday. Yeah, I know it's a little short notice, but like the group chat was just set up with like me, my manager, and Oscar being like, hey, we can do this Saturday, so I'm finding out now. Which isn't a bad thing, I'm just letting you guys know. But yeah, I'm gonna do that this weekend. My slot is Eastern time, 4 to 8. I don't know that I'll do one for that long, but I'll be able to do it anytime between there, which is, you know, within my stream time. So we'll do that Saturday. Anyway. I have 2 things I want to do, but I wanted to start with testing out Drop Duchy. I want to try Drop Duchy. I'm downloading it right now. I'm clicking buttons. I'm making sure I'm downloading it right now. But I wanted to test it, and then after we test this, then maybe we swap back to Doom? Question mark? Probably Doom. Never been to a convention. I'd like to, though. It's one of those things I think everyone should go once. I think they're really cool. Don't become one of those people that goes to every single con. You can if you want to. But there are people who make that their life. And I don't get it because I think all the cons are kind of the same with some varying differences. There are some outliers that do feel very different. But I don't understand. There are some people, unless you're a cosplayer and you're showing off outfits at these events, that's different, right? But there are people who just go and hang out with people 20 times a year. And I think that shit is crazy. Crazy. You want to go to a few a year? You want to go to quite a few a year? That's okay, but oh my god, some people, it's actually all they do, and it gets a little scary. Local con, Twitch con's more than enough. Yeah. Sometimes you want more of the same. Sometimes you do. But, like, every third weekend? Every other weekend? It gets a little crazy. It depends on what you're doing, though. Because there are some people who are there because they play tabletop, right? And what chances do you get to play tabletop? In person, with people, with new people. Not really, you know? So that, I understand. There's some people that are like, I want to fight people 1v1 fighting games. I want to just do this. And I want to play older ones who have to play, you know, in person. Okay, hell yeah. Again, cosplayers, they have a reason. Hell yeah. But I also know people that just go to every single one and party and drink the whole time. And I gotta say, wanting to party is fine. But doing it at a con and being super messy and falling over in the hallway and, like, throwing up everywhere and shit and doing this every other weekend is getting a little bit much. maybe it's a lot. It's a lot. It's so much spend for that too. It's so much spend. But there are a lot of people that do that, and it's kind of, yeah, the con is their babysitter. Yeah, it's not okay. No one wants to deal with them. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Mr. Jackie. It's better like that. You live close enough to AX to go, but that shit's so crowded, you probably have a panic attack and die. Have you seen the pictures of like AX's main area with all the escalators and everything, and it just looks like a can of sardines? It's so, oh my god, it looks like my own personal hell. And they don't make an effort to control the population in there anymore. They have some measure of effort, but they really don't control it enough. Because why would you when you make more money, you know? I don't know. I look at it, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, let's play Drop Duchy. Does this game have music? Let me turn off the BGM real quick. Okay. Okay. It has some little sounds. You like the smaller cons? I think the feeling of community at them is probably way better